Alright, here we go. I kind of knocked the camera sideways there while I was moving the cords around. But I'm about ready to jump in. I'm trying not to look at the screen. I don't like for the demo to spoil things for me while we settle in. Angela says I've got to reset to fix some technical issues with my PC. So good night, Frownie. Good night, Angelus. Thank you again for the raid. I hope you are well until I get to see you again. Is this a NES game, Frownie? Or is that a joke, Sparrow? Thank you for the pistachios. And the hydrate. Are we gonna... How many of the things are we doing? You're honestly wondering for a moment? This would be a Mega Drive game. Uh-oh. Looks like there are weird stages in this game, too. I shouldn't look at it. I'll just enjoy my pistachios and pretend like nothing's happening over there. Look at you catering to your global audience. The Mega Drive's a pretty good name. Yeah, versus the Genesis. What? What? Wow, I can't even select 2 players as an option. It knows I don't have a second controller. Alright, you can change the number of lives. We're going to leave it at the default 3. It's interesting, you can make it lower, not higher. So if we decide to do a no-death run of this game, that'll be convenient. Music and sound effects, control. Oh. There's not a select... I see, Nintendo controllers have a button called select. So I saw select, shot, jump, and I was just... My mind couldn't handle it. Select, shot, jump. Do I like that? I guess. I don't know. It's so weird having 3 buttons. One sounds like the name of a CD burner hardware, and another more akin to a progressive rock band. Better than Atari's affinity for cats? What's wrong with cats, Rafnir? I love cats. The Jaguar, yeah, they had the Lynx. They had a handheld system called the Lynx as well. It's better than all the numbers that they kept calling everything. 2600, 5200, 7800. So I'm guessing that there are... Well, let's just hit some buttons. There are. What are these characters? Wolfman, a robot, Contra guy. I guess that's like a regular Contra guy. It looks kind of like... oh no, it kind of reminds me of one of the guys from Street Fighter. And Contra Lady. Alright. This is going to be a different experience. So I think the Wolfman was default, so we're going to play as the Wolfman first. We'll try them all. The morphing faces is amazingly 90s. That's a pretty good effect, actually. I like that. How could you not? He's got sunglasses. I mean, I'm excited to try all of them. But, one at a time, one at a time. I guess he's probably the closest we're going to get to a Contra guy with a beard, right? Fang. His name is Fang. Our security system has been breached by an unknown hacker. Is that the boss? An unmanned robot is running rampant throughout the city. I want you to proceed to the area ASAP and restore order. What? Oh, I'm not playing yet. I was really scared. Alright. What's that? Did I just do a slide move? Oh, maybe I was just ducking and... Oh, no, I did. I did, in fact, do a slide move. I got robot arms? I mean, okay, it's very, it is kind of like a bizarre version of Contra 3. I would say not as visually impressive as Contra 3, at least not immediately, but very visually interesting. What is this? What is this weapon? Look at that! Oh, I'm dead. One-hit kills. Classic Contra. One-hit kills. I like the style of this game. Centipede. Music's a little repetitive. It heard me comment on it. There's a quality to this thing's legs that just scream office chair to me. Oh no, no, there's climbing in this one. Oh, rip the game. Two out of 10, bad game. I don't like the climbing in Contra 3. Yeah, I thought perhaps this guy was going to come from the background to get me. Is he dancing? I think he's supposed to be looking for a car to pick up or something. I don't know. It just... it just looks like he's doing a preemptive victory dance. Oh, using the bombs? Music stops when we pause. Using the bombs is super inconvenient. Alright, looks like we can hang out here for a moment and catch up with everybody. The explosions are so extra, Rafnir says. It's got nothing on the Streets of Rage music, though, Sparrow says. I've only played that once. I can't really hear the music in my imagination. This is one of the best-looking Genesis games, in my opinion. I don't hate the way it looks. The background looks a little flat to me, though. I think the background is flat and somewhat lacking in detail so far. So, I don't know. I haven't seen much of the game. Don't take my opinions too seriously until I've played it for a while. Frownie, I was honestly convinced for a moment that this was one of the nicest looking NES games because I thought Contra was a Nintendo franchise. Oh. Nah, it's been on a lot of stuff. Dartomic, welcome in. Love this game. It's the hardest game I ever beat. I'm trying it out for the very first time. I'm brand new to it, so I'm gonna try to do it blind as usual. So please, you know, this goes for everybody. Kind of hold some, please have some restraint on to hold back your thoughts so that I can discover everything firsthand. No spoilers. That might be hard, so I just maybe give a reminder ahead of time. I gotta say, this would be a blast 2-player, Sparrow says. I've never played a Contra game 2-player. I've heard that it's actually more difficult because you have to synchronize a lot of your jumps and movement through difficult areas, and it can be pretty tough. I like playing as the robot. Right on. You beat it. I don't remember any spoilers. I beat it like 6 years ago. I'm just being cautious. Just being cautious. Oh, there's what the bomb looks like. I forgot to change my my weapon. All right, let's try the fire. Fire, very much like Contra 3 fire. Maybe a little shorter range. These things are in Contra 3. I hope this is not an enemy. Thank goodness it was just a set piece. I like my character. I like the look of this character and the animation. It's maybe not like the most perfectly fluid, but it looks really good at the same time. That's not the unmanned robot. Somebody's inside that thing. It's very weird that we're playing as a werewolf in Contra. I mean, I guess anything could happen because it is a world where, like, aliens exist, so why not werewolves too? But I just wouldn't have expected. I wouldn't have expected a Wolfman character after the first couple games. Maybe it's good, you know. It's good the surprises are good. And I mean, at the end of the day, I guess who cares? This is a very rad character. I got demolished. Alright, we've got continues. We've got 5 continues. Not going to use the... Oh, I should have used the continue, so I could have seen where it happened, but... Where it picked up from. But not going to use the continue on stage 1. Just take it from the top. I am going to stick with this character for a little while. We'll unroll him kind of slowly. Streets of Rage is one of those games I can play to this day with a mate, and it would still be good fun. I didn't know you had such a strong affinity for that game. I knew, I think Budafingers really likes it. But I don't know that I remembered that was one of your favorites. The car is literally 2 halves. What is the front of that car and back? I'll have to look at it again. They went kind of a different direction with this game. It seems like it. I don't think I'm upset. That vehicle that they drive in on right here, it reminds me of the Ninja Turtles van. It's weird. It's kind of very like Contra 3, but very different. Early death. 2 early deaths? What happened? Did I accidentally switch it to hard mode? How did I do so well the first time and then immediately game over the second? What is wrong with me? My next door neighbor had Streets of Rage 2, and after a lot of Sonic, it was a great way to break things up. Besides, there's a delectable selection of floor meats. I need to look into that. I haven't updated the meat channel in a long time. I don't like that, I don't like the letter D weapon. I don't even know what I call this. The Hadouken? It's a charge shot. Alright, I'm sure the charge shot is useful somewhere, but right now, it's just getting in my way. I have a strong, I'm something of a connoisseur of retro video game meats. So I'm always excited to hear about it. I'm always excited to hear about a game that has good meat. I don't think the charge shot can be fired upward. I was trying to aim it and having difficulty. Huh, this can't really be aimed upward either. I can hold my hand upward, but when I fire it just goes to the side. I think we're gonna do a pea shooter only run. Well, I thought I was dead. Explosion processing. Oh, this car. This car is curiously symmetrical. No! It's payback time. Whoa, what are you doing to me? This game is full of surprises. I'm sorry, but this is the worst Contra C that has ever existed. They would have been much better off with a much simpler, better looking logo. Contra Hardcore is one of the first games to ever use the state-of-the-art boomerang chip. Then years later, we learned that there never was a boomerang chip. Well, it's definitely tough. Smurf Dog, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. It's payback time. He says that every time. Even from the start. I thought that was saved for, thought that was saved for after I lost a life. Boy, it's a lot of explosions. They kind of make it hard to see what's going on. Alright, I'm just going to use this. I'm not even going to pick up that other weapon. I do kind of wish I had shoulder buttons. I was thinking the same thing, so many kabooms. That C was a graduate programmer's demonstration of his clever use of Z80 assembly, Sparrow says. They were like, wow, well done. Let's see if we can use it somewhere. I always thought the Genesis was better at lots of sprite movement at once. It doesn't really suffer from the SNES slowdown that happens sometimes. I haven't played enough Genesis games to really know, but you might be right. The Staples office budget swivel chair enemy. Alright, I actually don't think that weapon's going to be a lot of good. I mean, I think those cars were largely still in use when this game was made, Sparrow. Goodness. Not so tough without your suit, are you? What or who are you? It seemed like that should have been backward. Hey, hey, hey. You can call me Deadeye Joe. If you want to know more than that, then come and get me. The research center is under attack by an unknown group. Please come and help. There's bad language in this game. Where's the mature content button? What should I do? Go after Deadeye Joe or rescue the research center? Oh. Branching path, perhaps? Well, let's go after Deadeye Joe. I kind of like the city skyline in the far background there. I picked the wrong stage. It's gonna be too hard. Yeah, Contra 3 has the same thing going on where the basic gun is super strong. I was talking with Greg about that. Being from Hungary, he said that the 1957 designed Trabant car that ran on two-stroke gas and had some of the panels made of cotton waste products were still on the road even as recently as the early 2000s. So, 45-year-old car. They're hanging in there. This is problematic. It ran into a building. This guy's just running at me with a bomb. That's amazing. I kind of like the look of this stage. I'd be curious to see how the design of these bikes. I want to look at them side by side with the bikes from the SNES game and see how close their designs match one another. Weirdly enough, even though I played through the Super NES game like, I don't know, 10 or 15 times, I still don't know what anything looks like. I have the worst eye for details. Like, I'm fine when I'm looking at something. I guess I have the worst memory for details. I have a fine eye for it, but the worst memory. Hey, we have a raid coming in. Nice. Welcome in, raiders. I am in a little bit of trouble at the moment, but very happy to have you here. No, it's coming for me. Ah, that was it. Well, we've got a moment. That's what we needed. So who's here? Vanderteer, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to Contra Hardcore on the Genesis, everybody. This is my first time playing this game. I'm on stage 2 for now. I just picked it up a few moments ago. We were playing Battletoads before. I've been trying to beat that game for a while, and still no luck. But we started up this one too, and we'll be juggling both of them every now and then for the foreseeable future. But we got a lot more of this one tonight. Going through it like I do everything, going into the game completely blind. I've never seen anything from it. I don't know very much about it. There's a couple different characters, and I've experienced most of the basic weapons, but everything that's upcoming, I'm still in the dark about, and we're gonna go through and hopefully discover them together. The Torvik 23, welcome in. Thank you for coming along. But tell us, Vanderteer, how'd your stream go? You were playing the Metroid remaster. I hope you're liking that. I actually haven't played any Metroid Prime at all yet. I expect I'll play the GameCube game at some point. But Yeah, I haven't gotten around to it yet. I've only played a couple of the 2D Metroids so far. The bike takes a second to load in, so it looks like Fang is running 80 miles per hour down the freeway. It's so good. My viewers really know how to make my birthday feel good. It was your birthday. Well, happy birthday. That's fantastic to hear. I'm just clicking through here and checking out your page for a moment. That is an epic BRB screen that you have there. I see it in one of the past videos. Vandertu's welcome says, I'm a lover of Norse mythology. I've been playing video games since as long as I can remember. But that's most of us here, right? Haven't been streaming too long, but I'm hoping to do this a little more regularly. Don't have a set schedule for streaming, but I hope you'll come by. I'm going to give you a follow, my friend. I don't know how likely it is that I will catch you live when I'm not busy, but at least if I'm following, I'll be able to drop in if I ever do. Hopefully that will happen sooner rather than later. Any Metroid fan is a friend of mine, Rafnir says. Instant follow, right on. I really like the 2D Metroids. I would say of the four, I've played 4 of them, and of the 4 that I've played, my order of preference, like from favorite to least, is Super Metroid, Metroid Dread, Zero Mission, and Fusion. Not that the lower ranked ones are bad, but they're not as good as the higher ranked ones. For me. But the Prime games, yeah, I've missed out on those so far. I think I've got all 3 of them. I believe I have the first 2 on the GameCube, and then I have 1, 2, and 3 on the Wii U. I think I have them digitally. So as long as my Wii U as long as nothing terrible happens to my Wii U, I'll have those. But they're things I've just held on to for a long time and never actually gotten around to playing. This bug boss has a lot going on. I think it's going to be easy once I memorize it, though. This definitely seems like a very memorizable boss. Or at least very learnable. Might not always do the same stuff in the same order, but it definitely telegraphs what it's going to do pretty well. Oh, what's this, though? I am running at 80 miles per hour. My bike transformed into a ostrich? Why would a hover bike ever want to grow legs? I don't understand. Beware, my vehicle transforms into a far less efficient vehicle. I mean, this is just silly, right? I kind of love this. I mean, I don't love getting stomped on, but this is very weird to look at, by the way. The way the ground is rolling up toward the horizon is very odd. Okay, after he jumps forward, we need to make sure we're standing in front of him. Oh, I was really hoping he was going to run out of health. There's another phase. It goes on forever. Victory? Victory. You can't get away now? Give yourself up. Hey, 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 you fool. I'm nothing more than a decoy. By this time, my friends have arrived at the research center and have gotten their hands on the alien cell. Alien cell? Now begins the true horror. Ha 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 ha. He blew himself up. All right, let me catch up. Sorry, I'm behind on the chat here. Thank you for the GG. I only played Fusion and Dread for the 2D games. Really enjoyed both of them. A lot of people rank the Metroid games differently, but I think all pretty equally high. Dread is the only one that I did 100% of the items for, but I think they're more findable in that game. They made them a little bit more easy to find. Prime was pretty good. I'll be real upset if Nintendo doesn't remaster Echoes and Corruption. You're probably going to end up really upset, Crafnir. Nintendo does not have a great track record of re-releasing or remastering sets of games. I would not count on Echoes or Corruption. Right? They wouldn't even re-release Mario Galaxy 2 in the All-Stars pack. Echoes and Corruption were fantastic games. I would say that Echoes is my favorite in the trilogy. Super excited for Prime 4 as well. Now it's a foot race. Such a weird game. This is like Tasmania on SNES. No, what up, John? Don't say that. The ground is weird, super weird. This is so much better. This is so much better than Tasmania on SNES. Torvik, thank you for the follow, by the way. I don't know if I called that out before, but I certainly very much appreciate it. Thank you for that. Have you ever heard of a classic game called Ranger X? It was on the Genesis, but it may have been on other systems too. I have not. What kind of game is it, Vandertier? It was only on the Genesis. Three days later. We've identified the hacker who breached our security. His name is Neumann Cascade. He's the best hacker on the net. He used the panic caused by the robot as a diversion so he could steal the mother alien cell from the research center. It's very likely there is an organization working behind him. His hideout is under a garbage dump. Don't mess this one up. Neumann is such a great name, Cal says. I hope I'm actually saying it right. No. Ranger X is a side-scrolling run and gun, minor puzzle solving if my memory serves me right. Side-scrolling run and gun, that's my kind of game. Let me make a note here on my computer about it. I don't have a pen nearby. Maybe it's something I'll be able to take a peek at down the line. Oh no. Oh, okay, we're okay. I saw that screen. I thought it might have meant that I had forgotten to continue. Yeah, it'd be really convenient right now if I had a shoulder button to lock my character in place. Oh, well, if I repeat this level, there's something I want to say about that car. It won't make sense while it's not on the screen, though. Oh, good. Here's another one. When it opens up, I kind of see like a face, especially when it shakes. Like the bumper looks like a smile, and the barrel of the gun looks like an eye. And there's another spot that looks like it could be the other eye, but it only kind of looks like it when it's shaking. So the first time I walked up to it, when it opened up and was gonna like fire at me, I didn't realize it was a threat because I thought it was just opening up to reveal a face. I'm off for the night. Have a good night. Thank you again for the raid, Vandertier. Happy birthday one more time. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your night. I really appreciate you coming by, and I hope I'll see you again. I guess shoulder buttons is a disadvantage for the Genesis. Yeah, I mean, the Genesis came out before the SNES, so it can't really help that it doesn't have a feature from a later system, right? So I don't want to be too harsh on it about not having them, but it would be nice. I it would be nice if I had some. The camera locks onto your character for the screen scroll a little bit too centered for my taste. The camera needs to be panned ahead of the character a bit more. That's kind of a weakness of this game. A lot of Contra games have that problem, but you can usually back up and correct it, and it's not working in this game. The journey to beat this game is going to be a long one. It's going to be a long, slow process of learning every little piece of the game, one life at a, or one full. I was going to say one life at a time, but it's going to be more like one full set of lives at a time. Is this the second one? The second what? The second attempt? The second full run? Yeah. Assuming I, make it out of the first stage again. Oh no, this is like I think this came out after Contra 3. I'm not sure. This is the 4th or 5th Contra game though. Because there's Contra, there's Super C, Operation C, and then Contra 3 I can't think came out before this too. I don't know about that though. I could be wrong. If the Super NES one came out first, then this is the 5th one. The idea of that is that this is supposed to be kind of like the spread guns replacement. There isn't really there's not really much of a spread to it though. It kind of looks like it's like a newer interpretation of it though. Particularly when you stand real far back on the screen like that. It looks kind of like a spread gun. Oh, there's a seam there. You see that? That was weird. When this was moving, there was like a thing that was breaking the effect. Forgot about Super C. Yeah. Oh, don't forget about Super C. That one's my favorite. I love Super C. Of the Contra games I've played so far, Super C is my favorite. Think you played Super C? It's lots of fun. I mean, it's basically just the first Contra, but a little better. It's got some differences. It definitely has some significant noticeable differences, but it's also pretty close to the first Contra. So I'm not really going to experiment very much as I'm playing through it, trying to get to credits for the first time. Like, I'm going to stick with the same character, and I'm going to make the same choices so far as, like, the levels or whatever. But I do intend to play this thoroughly enough to see all the characters and to see the branching paths. But I don't want to see everything all at once. I want to give myself things to look forward to on multiple playthroughs. So that's just a heads up there regarding that. I think the best. I think I'll have the most fun experiencing it if I do it like that, where like I choose a path and stick with it to the end each time. Also, I don't have to worry about learning too much of the game at once. I was doing all right, but I knew I was. Well, I knew I was in trouble because I was so close to the boss there. The PlayStation games are sequels to this one? That's surprising. I've only played one of the PlayStation games. But the one that I played seemed very different from this. The PlayStation one that I played just seemed a lot like it. I mean, it basically seemed like, you know, compared to this, it seemed like very vanilla Contra. Like, this is like super radical Contra. No evil peanuts in this one. I'm off for the night. Have a good one, all Tuesday says. Have a good one, Tuesday. I hope that your next Tuesday is better than this Tuesday. I jumped into the thing. Oh, I didn't even notice before how our continues work. Alright, so our continues pick up at checkpoints. Like, that's very good to know. I'm having a lot of difficulty jumping. Okay, thank goodness. I wasn't able to jump there, but it was because the cutscene was happening. Like Legacy of War pretty well. Yeah, I haven't played Legacy of War. I played the other one. I have Legacy of War though. My plan had been to play through them in order, but when I finally got the Contra adventure, the copy of it that I got is in pretty rough shape. So I played it earlier than I would have because I wanted to test the disc. The spread gun replaces your normal gun. I can't switch back to pea shooter while I have this. Which I guess, you know, why would I want to, is now the question. Okay, he doesn't actually aim for me when he does that attack. Alright, fire is efficient at taking him out rather quickly. Fire weapon is good. Fire weapon's good in Super Contra 2, or Contra 3, so that's good too. PlayStation games sure did scratch easily, yeah. Yeah, my copy of the Contra Adventure is in really rough shape. And because of that, it has a lot of weird glitches and stuff. Right on. I don't have a 6-button controller. Do try to avoid filling me in on the controls though. If I get through the game without figuring out basic controls, I feel more proud of myself. Yeah, I'm the kind of guy, I don't read the back of the box because I don't want any information about a game I'm playing. I know it's weird, but it's to capture a unique experience. If I learn about the game too quickly, then I just have the same experience everyone else does, and I don't like that. Welcome in, Tolatier. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to Contra. Just in time for Contra. Yeah, we're trying. It's Contra Hardcore on the Genesis. Yeah, I know. I've got a stricter view on like spoilers and backseating than anyone else. I'm a crazy person. I really just always want to discover everything firsthand. To an unreasonable degree. What are you playing, Tolatier? How'd your stream go? Fire Emblem Engage? You'll have to tell me which one that one is. My experience, all the experience I have with Fire Emblem is some of the characters are in Smash. That's it. It's the latest one? Okay. How are you enjoying it so far? I wanted to play... There is one Fire Emblem game. I bought one. I haven't ever played it. I bought it on the DS. I think it's called Fire Emblem Echoes. I bought it because when I found it, it had 2 amiibos with it that I guess are characters in the game. It's like a little guy and a little lady knight. And I was like, "Oh, that's a cute thing to have." So I bought that game, and I bought those and I got those amiibos with it. But I never actually played it. So Deanie, welcome in. I hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you for joining us. You might like the original Fire Emblem on the NES. Might be kind of hard for me. Echoes of Valentia. That might be it. I think Echoes was in the title, so that's probably it. So hopefully that one's good if I ever get around to playing it. I'm out of coffee. I keep trying to drink my coffee and it's gone. It's one of those old school games you might like. I'm always scared to play. I'm always scared to play JRPGs. I'm scared of the long story segments. And I'm scared of the turn-based strategy. So I've only ever finished a couple of them. Boy, I'm not sure what to do about this boss. Well, I was gearing up to dodge his arm attack, and then he did a tail attack. All of the Fire Emblem games are tactical RPGs, where it's more like playing chess. It's different from Final Fantasy, where you do all the menu-based stuff. I mean, it's a big successful series. I suppose at some point I'm gonna have to play one of them to give it a shot, but probably not until further down the line. The early ones are permadeath. So one of my playthroughs of them wouldn't last very long then. You know, I can't see a cartoon car in a junkyard and not think of the brave little toaster. That's all I'm thinking of is the brave little toaster, and the junkyard scene and the brave little toaster. It's one of the most horrifying things. It's one of the most horrifying scenes in all of cinema. Yuck. I'm out for the night. Good luck with hardcore. Rafnir says, thank you for the good luck wishes. I hope you have a great rest of your night, Rafnir. Thank you for being here. One RPG I like for the Genesis is an American RPG. I think it's called Shadowrun. I don't think I know that one. We did do Battletoads. We played we played it 3 times. I made it to stage 9 and the game crashed. The second run I made it to stage 10 and just got stuck. Couldn't beat stage 10. Third run I made it to stage 11. Couldn't beat stage 11. I'm struggling there. I'm having trouble with stage 11. Trying to learn how to beat it. So there's going to be a lot more Battletoads yet. How? What? I think if they start driving, I can't shoot them. It's true. If they start driving, you can't shoot them. This game is so hard. It demands a lot more focus than I was expecting to need. I don't know how I could say something so ridiculous after I've played so many Contra games. Agreed, but Tiny Me loved that movie so much, Cal says. I love that. Yeah, I love the Brave Little Toaster. I watched that I watched that movie dozens and dozens of times. And but it's just full of horror. So many of it. So much of it is terrifying or sad or disturbing. I haven't seen the Brave Little Toaster since the early 90s. I used to rent it a lot, Dartomic says. Right on. Isn't Shadowrun a pen and paper RPG? It is. I only played the Genesis version, though. There's not too much dialogue in the Genesis game. The Steam version of Shadowrun? I don't like this part. I like the sun over the background. The background on this stage, as much as I didn't like the background on the other stage, I like the background on this stage. It's crushing me. It's crushing me. Hardcore is the toughest of games. I'm gonna be in lurk mode, but I'll be around. Right on. Thank you for the lurk, Tolatier. Thank you again for the raid. And thank you for the lurk. Alright, from the top. Sometimes B is the confirm button, and sometimes C is the confirm button. It's very odd. They couldn't make up their mind. They have to push B to move through the dialogues, but then you have to push C to like select options. Those items are just there to kill you. That's... You can't, like... They put those items come through, but if you grab one of them, the thing is... I didn't want to waste a continue so early. If you grab one of those items, you immediately die, because they're items that they don't have rapid fire, and it throws 1,000 enemies at the same time. Just to like mock you for being foolish enough to pick up an item. I threw that away, by the way, because I don't like to use a continue on stage 1. I'm so bad at this. Oh my goodness. I knew that bullet was coming. I was trying to get out of the way of it. I just mispredicted what direction it would lean toward. This game's turning me inside out. I use a laptop I got 6 years ago for under 200 bucks. I'm in a pretty similar situation. I actually got my laptop secondhand as a hand-me-down, so I got it for even less. It's probably about as old. Maybe... Well, I don't know. It had Windows 8 on it when I got it. So, and I think it's from whenever Windows 8 was new. it's got Linux on it now, which is endlessly confusing to me. But, you know, I like a challenge. As much as I'd love to stick around and see more of the game, it's getting past my bedtime, Cows says. Thank you for being here, Cows. I will not attempt to keep you from your sleep. I hope that you sleep well, and I get to see you again soon. Use Linux on yours too, right on? Yeah, I just, basically I switched to it because one, using a secondhand hard drive, using a secondhand laptop, I wanted to blank the hard drive. And, so I needed an operating system to put on it. And, I could get Linux for free, so I thought, well, why not challenge myself? I like it. It works really, really well, and I think you know, everything about it is great. Just the only problem is whenever there is a problem, I'm so befuddled as to how to fix it. I think I do too. The thing I have is called Linux Lite, and I think it's part of the same Linux family. And I picked Linux Lite because I read something that it was easy for people. It was supposed to be easier for people who are only familiar with Windows. Which was me. Put myself in peril there. I just wanted to experiment. I just want to experiment with another weapon. struggling with this game a bit. It's kind of making me cry a little bit, but I am really enjoying this game. I feel like so far, I think I feel more positive about this one than about Contra 3. It's very similar to Contra 3. In a lot of ways, but it's certainly very different too. But I like this game so far. I like its style, and it's got a lot of interesting stuff going on. I just wish I had a Super Nintendo controller. That's my biggest complaint. Which, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do there. I just need to play more Genesis games, so I get more used to the 3-button controller. Not really too much to learn to get good at Linux. Synaptic Package Manager is good to use if you want a graphical application to install or uninstall programs. I don't know if what I use for the programs is. I don't know if it's the same thing as that, but it's pretty straightforward. I've given up on the Linux desktop, Sparrow says. It doesn't suit my needs. Windows 10 is ... fine. But Sparrow, I think of you as exactly the kind of guy who would prefer to work on his computer rather than work on his computer. There's a lot of, like, threading the needle in this game. I got really mad at Windows 10 one day and just wiped it off of my drive and put Linux on and learned it. It's really not super difficult, and until the only thing about it is that when I have a problem, I'm not great at troubleshooting it. But it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've had a problem. Almost a year since I've had a real problem with a computer. I think it was in February of last year that I had sort of a situation that I couldn't handle. But it's all been worked out. Doesn't mean I don't have servers running on Linux for that task. They are perfect. My 3D printer has a companion server running, some additional software, and I have a home server with a bunch of Docker containers running services on. My resources are just whatever I randomly Google, or I'm lucky enough to have there are quite a few people I've met through Twitch that are in the Discord that if I posted in my Discord, I'm having Linux troubles, please send help. I've got quite a few people that are willing to bail me out. Well, look at this. What's going on? So, in this area here, when you fire, you are locked in place. I'm not doing anything special, I just can't run and shoot. It's forbidden. I didn't know that that's how this area worked. No, wait, something... Hang on. I've done something. Because I can't run and shoot at all anymore now. Oh. Well, look at that. I figured it out. If you are currently firing and you tap the weapon select button, look in the top left. Shot 1, shot 2. It locks you in place or it releases you. Oh, that is so clunky. Oh boy, the Genesis really needed shoulder buttons. That's a... Wow, that's a workaround right there. I'm glad I figured it out. Now at least I'm gonna understand why I die thousands of times for not being able to move. Because I'm gonna be hitting that accidentally all the time. like just now I did. No. This guy's pattern isn't so bad. Well, we saw something. We saw a little bit of something new. Let's see, was there a checkpoint there? It's payback time. There was not a checkpoint. It's just irritating when the enemy is like lost behind debris and explosions and your own character's flames, and it's just irritating when they're lost behind that kind of stuff and then they kill you, and it's like, I didn't ever have a chance to see it approaching. I didn't know he was still deadly while he was digging himself into the ground. It's why? Oh, it's so hard. This is pretty comparable to how my attempts at Contra 3 went when I played that for the first time, too. Just tons of moment of, like, small irritations and being stuck on the third level for forever. Hey, that was great. That was a great start to the level. I was trying to read what's written in the background. You're that creep, Neumann Cascade. Hee hee hee. Why don't you try this on for size? Where am I? Welcome to the virtual zone. I hope you enjoy yourself. I have a feeling I'm not going to enjoy myself. Constellations? It never came down. I didn't think it could. That looked wild. Yeah, I couldn't make it out. I couldn't make it out. It might, I mean, it might not really even say anything. It might just be kind of like the impression of letters than the real writing. So we hit a checkpoint. Does he always do the constellations in the same order, I wonder? He might. Oh. I misread when he started moving his hooves to like get ready to charge before. I thought I was damaging him in some way. Hey Circuit, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the pistachios. We'll enjoy those in a moment. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is just like the best thing ever. I love this place. Like I love the style of it. The fight in the constellations is such a crazy theme. What a wild game. What a wild game. Certainly different from Contra 3, right? One of John says, very different. Oh, I don't want to look. All right, my friends. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. It's a little earlier than last night. But I've been wearing down for a while. I started off kind of sleepy. And as fun as this game is, I don't know. It's also brutal, and I think I'd be better served to approach it in a fresher state of mind. So I think we're gonna wrap up the stream. I think we'll say goodnight for tonight. And maybe head out on a raid somewhere. Uh-oh. Maybe not. I'm actually going to wrap the stream up without a raid tonight. I don't like to do that, but I got a technical issue here with my tablet. I'm not going to be able to switch over to whoever we raid to watch the stream. So, because my tablet didn't charge and now it's dead. So we're going to call it a night without a raid, sadly. But thank you for being here, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow night. Hopefully I'll be more rested up. We're going to play more of that Ao the Clown game. That's going to be the first part of the stream. And more Dark Souls in the second. I found a new area in Dark Souls, but I think it's a small area, and I pretty much cleared it out. So Dark Souls tomorrow night's going to have, like, one short burst of exciting and interesting new stuff at the start for the first, like, few minutes. And then the rest of it's going to be aimless wandering again, is my prediction. We will play more of this next week. 100%. This will be on the schedule maybe for Monday night, maybe Sunday, but probably Monday. I'll try and have it on the schedule at least 2 nights next week, though. because I really want to play some more of this game. I'm really having a hard time. Like, I don't want to see what's happening on the screen. So, so we're going to wrap up. But, yeah, thank you, my friends. So Dark Souls, sorry, AO and Dark Souls tomorrow, and a random variety of Commodore 64 games on Friday are what's upcoming soon. More Battletoads and more of this next week. Be well until I see you again. Hopefully that'll be very soon. It's time to head out, though. Let's go on an adventure, everybody.